Let me first start out by saying that I am humbled to be included in this group of instigators back here. Boundary pushers, troublemakers, rule breakers. This is an impressive group of people. So what's my story? Why am I out here? Well, why do they bring a circus clown out here? Well, for me, it's pretty simple. For me and my wife, Julie, we believe that it's the birthright of every child in Chicago to have access to a safe, well-funded, well-programmed playground right in their neighborhood park. And when we found out that wasn't happening, we decided to do something about it. In 2005, we were spending a lot of time at our neighborhood park, and it's what you would call a good neighborhood, but the playground was really anything but good. It was old, it was decrepit, it was worn down. And so we asked around, and we found out that the volunteers at the local park advisory council had been working for years, having fundraisers to try to rebuild that playground. It's tough to do at a couple $100 a shot. So we partnered with them. We said, we'll do a weekend of shows if you'll work with us. Let's get the park supervisor involved and the alderman. All the proceeds will go to rebuild that playground. What we had was a talented group of performers and some passionate and dedicated volunteers over at Wells Park. What we didn't have was any grants. We didn't have any corporate sponsorship. We didn't have any financial support from the park district. But lo and behold, 1,500 people turned out. We raised $25,000 that weekend to rebuild that playground. Fast forward, 2014. We tour all over Chicago now. We take this beautiful, intimate big top, and we didn't have the big top back in the day. It was open air show, so we prayed for no rain because circus in the gym isn't very romantic. But we take this big top to parks all over Chicago, from Inglewood on the south side to Uptown on the north. We work with the community. We play to about 15,000 people a year. To date, we've raised over $750,000 for Chicago parks. That's a lot of swings. It's a lot of swings. Yeah. Two questions I'm always asked. Well, this is our biggest problem right now. We don't have any more room in the tent. We sell out every show. In fact, this weekend at Wells Park, we've sold over 3,000 tickets for our final weekend of shows. Two questions I'm always asked. Do you have any animals in your circus? And I reply, yes, we have one. And she is spectacular. She's a rescued pit bull from the south side of Chicago. She's an inspiration to everybody she meets, an ambassador for the breed. Full disclosure, when I'm not doing the circus, I work in animal welfare, primarily around pit bulls and young men who are incarcerated. That's a whole separate Chicago Ideas Week talk. Okay? Two, how good can the show be? It's in a park and the tickets aren't very expensive. It's spectacular. Not because of me, because we have an incredibly talented ensemble of performers, some of the best in the world, who come back every year to be a part of this unique program. In fact, we made circus history in July. We were the first and only American circus company ever to be invited to perform at the Montreal Circus Festival. For the one or two of you out there who aren't performing in the circus, Montreal is ground zero for circus. It's the circus capital of the world. It's the headquarters of Cirque du Soleil. Every company in the world wants to perform at the Montreal Circus Festival, just like every musician wants to perform at Lollapalooza right here in Chicago. Well, I'm proud to say that we were the first ever. Part of what drew them to us was not only the quality of their show, but they said, you're a circus with a conscience, and we appreciate that. In fact, on our opening night after the show, a reporter asked me at a big Q&A, and he said, the show was fantastic, but I have to ask you this. I know what the environment is like for circus artists in the States. It's tough to make a living. How on earth do you and your family make a living doing midnight circus in the parks? And I said, that's easy. Doing midnight circus in the parks, we don't make a living. Doing midnight circus in the parks, we make a difference. That's my story.